thought of that story the other day.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Do you want me to tell it?
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was 13, I lived here in California, and I started listening to Kiss FM, right? Top 40 radio.
Yeah.
And they had a disc jockey on from, I believe, 6 to 10 was his slot, and his name was Bruce Vidal. And I thought he was so cool. He just sounded so. His voice was very, very cool. I remember, like, years later, I saw a picture of him, and he was like giant. I was just like, oh gosh. No judgments on that, but
just not
it
what you
was not the
expected.
mental image that I expected. And he would do this thing called the boogie line where at about 7:45 he would say, "The boogie line is now open." And you would call the radio station and you would like tell jokes on the air. And then at around 8:20 or something, his team would edit them all together and it would be like a random montage of people calling in and telling jokes.
I love it.
So when I was 13, I was like, I'm going to call the boogie line and I'm going to get on this. I'm going to get on the radio.
Did you call a bunch?
So
You still had the taste in your mouth from church
won
that
from
time.
that church show. So
Your mom could see it in your eyes.
So I did an impression.
Stop coddling that boy.
Oh, what a sad life. So I did an impression of Popeye because he was my favorite cartoon character, and we didn't have a
I
television.
mean, who was better?
No, he's
I was
so
well. No, I was
funny,
very
interesting.
very into the early like Popeye comic strips.
Robin Williams.
I was very excited about that movie when it came out.
Absolutely.
Of course.
But I was very into the early cartoons and the early comic strips. Did you know that the Jeep was invented by the word Jeep was originally in
What?
Popeye?
What do you mean?
So they named the vehicle
They
after
named the
that
vehicle
character?
after that character. Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
Wait, it's a character's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Eugene the Jeep.
yeah, crazy. So so I did sort of an impression of Popeye, and so I called up for the first time, and I was like, okay, I really want to make this good. Excuse me. So I had taped a bunch of sound effects, I think off the TV or something, which was all like boing, 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 and like a toilet flushing and stuff
That
like
must have
that.
taken work, though.
Yeah. And so I taped all these and like a chatterbox laughing like and stuff like that. So I called up the boogie line as Popeye.
Oh my God.
And it was like Bruce Vidal was like, "Boogie line." And I was like, "Hello, it's Popeye." And then I told a joke, right? I told some joke.
You gotta tell the joke.
Okay, I will. I actually don't know any of the jokes. There is one I do know.
Yeah.
But that'll come later in the story. So, and then I would tell a joke, and then I would press play on my tape recorder, which would then play the sound effects. And then he hung up.
Would it be one sound effect per?
No, it was like a string of them until
I took across the road. Boing.
boing, 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 boing. So, and then, he would never say goodbye or anything. He would just hang it, So the first time I called in, they put me on the air and I was like, holy shit, I got the taste of it. So I would call regularly for months, for like 3 months or something like that. And he would put me on all the time. Right. And so then, I called back one day and I was like, "Hello, it's Popeye. I gave Bluto a toilet seat with an inscription on it. It said aim high." And then I pressed the button and boing, toilet flush. And then I'm like listening for the hang up and I don't hear it. And then I press stop on the tape recorder and I hear Bruce Vidal say, "Popeye?" And I don't know how to respond because I've never spoken to him in this manner before. And I didn't know if I should respond in character or whatever. So I just said, "Yes." And yes.
You're 13.
I'm 13. And he says, "We want to give you the special hotline so you can call in and not have to get the busy signal anymore."
Oh my God, Popeye.
And I'm like, "Okay." And he gave me the special.
Okay.
He gave me the special hotline, and I said, "Thank you," and hung up. And then I think I called the hotline once and it just lost the luster to me or something. Plus, I was in junior
The
high.
chase is always better than the kill.
I was in junior high and I remember saying to like some people, I think I started 8th grade or something. And I said to like a cool person, I was like, hey, you ever listen to Kiss FM, Bruce Vidal at night? And they're like, yeah, sure. I was like, you ever listen to the Boogie Line? I think so. Yeah, I'm Popeye. Okay. And they're like, who gives a shit?
Are these separate thoughts?
Yeah, that's a non-sequitur. You ever listen to Boogie Line? I'm Popeye. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Vote for me.
So yeah, that's my Popeye story.
I love it. I don't know what made me think of it the other day.
It's so funny.
I don't know why we were talking about that.
I don't either.